Hi Scorpions, this is Star with Ariana Stark. This is your forecast for the month of April 2021. Like always, I will rely on tarot for your overall reading and I'll also use some oracle decks. The butterfly oracle deck is the one which I'm going to dive in with respect to messages from the universe. This is a love oracle deck. Scorpions, please keep in mind that these are all random messages and they may not be in any particular order. Towards the final days of March, stepping into April, we have the Strength card. Minor irritants apart, I think this period was something which was full of surprises. Possibly you had made some gains as well. It's quite likely that you had got your past dues. Incidentally, it was also the time to let go of people who no longer serve their purpose in your life. Obstacles to overcome this month are the challenges that April is presenting for Scorpions is the Queen of Swords energy. It's quite likely that you will prefer to keep to yourself. Perhaps you don't want to explain yourself. I think you're somebody who's going to focus your energies on work. Oftentimes, you may find yourself being forced to hurry up and do all the chores that are there. Sometimes you may be a bit uncertain whether you should complete the task, but then you will do it and you'll be happier for the same. This is a sword energy, so that is why you're going to use your intellect to good effect. Maybe you'll be encountering dilemmas, or you will help your loved ones solve the problems that they are meeting up with. Largely, I think Scorpions, you'll be very impartial and just because the Queen of Swords energy talks about that. Influences for the month, we have the Ace of Wands. Sudden activity is quite likely for Scorpions in this month. I think tasks will come up or work could come up which could be unscheduled. So you'll have to prioritize. Incidentally, I think support is coming your way from your acquaintances or family members with respect to the work that you're dealing with. Technical work or paperwork could also increase in this period. There will also be those days when you'll have to be up and about. Ideally, Scorpions, you should know all about the contract. Maybe you should understand the nitty-gritty rather than commit yourself to tasks. You should not allow anyone to take you for a ride. Compliments and gifts could also come your way this month. Incidentally, you may also come to know that estranged friends may want to know about how you're coping with life. The first 10 days of the month, we have the Five of Pentacles energy. I think you should choose your words wisely because there could be misunderstandings. Ideally, I think you should be clear with respect to communication. Maybe you will be accused of double speaking. Also, Scorpions, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Some of you are also being called upon to be more transparent with respect to your financial dealings. Maybe your misdeeds could lie exposed. And you could try your best to cover your lies by denying with a straight face. Again, on the professional front, you may find that your routine could be disrupted. Maybe you're unable to get hold of the data or the information. That is why you have to keep aside the task and do something else. Basically, you think there's no system or an order and that you have to move back and forth. Nonetheless, this month is also the time to collect your dues for services that you have offered. You will also get an opportunity to work things out. If your contract is up for renewal, I think you'll be surprised because you get an early extension. Scorpions, you should also safeguard your belongings. You may also have to give up on something which is not yours, but then it will give you a lot of peace of mind. Malfunctioning gadgets could also bother you this month or at this time. Perhaps you should attend spiritual healing workshops or cleanse your aura as well, because God will surely answer your prayers if you do that. The next 10 days, that is 11th to 20th April, is the Knight of Pentacles, which is a slow-moving energy. Incidentally, in this period, you may also find yourself being provoked to react. Maybe somebody is forcing you to do just that. Somebody is irking you. There could also be some distressing piece of news in this period. Work offers that would come your way in this time may not be very exciting. Incidentally, you'll also have to deal with scrutiny on the work front. Maybe your superior wants you to carry on the tasks under his nose, but then you could start ahead of schedule. Well, barbs will be directed at you by your superior for doing so. I think your superior may also want to hire a particular candidate, but then you think this person could end up being the mole within the workplace or in your department. That is why you could outline the fact that he or she is incapable or he lacks the qualifications to be hired. This is why I think the status quo is going to be maintained. Incidentally, you will also be very kindly disposed towards your colleagues in the last 10 days, that is 21st to 30th April. Scorpions, you'll be in a nostalgic mode. You will also benefit on account of your contacts, so maybe you should network. Your friends and acquaintances could tap you for your services. In this period also, your relationship could be estranged with somebody. Incidentally, there will also be those situations when you will be called upon to play the peacemaker. You should also be happy because preferential treatment will also be meted out to you. There will be those delays, no doubt, but then you should take heart from the fact that your work is done. Besides, you're being assisted by various people in the department. There will also be those days when you think of quitting because the pressure of work could be enormous or it could weigh you down. But before you do so, you think you should have another job at hand. This month also you should guard against criticism because criticism is going to come your way from colleagues or co-workers. Maybe you think they should have been more upfront with you or they should have been more honest. Also be dealing with taxes or with bookkeeping. Of life, I have the card Union. Certainly you want to feel complete with your person. Single Scorpions, I think you will be cyber stalking your crush in case you have somebody on your mind. Maybe there'll also be marriage proposals, but they don't excite you. Or maybe your family members may not inform you about the same. I think you'll also be in a very flirtatious mood this month. Maybe you are going to flirt with someone in your line of work, but you could put limitations on yourself. Ideally, I think Scorpions, you should go with the flow rather than stop yourself in case you have feelings for somebody. Surely you are somebody who will welcome the attention from the opposite sex this month. On the other hand, those of you who are romancing, maybe you are going to deal with an insecure lover. Maybe he thinks that you are in love with somebody else. All these presumptions could be unjustified, and you will try to reassure him that you have feelings for him and you desire a union with him. Oftentimes, you will plan date nights or there will be movie dates and restaurant trips. In case you don't have those date nights, then there will also be enhanced or increased communication. Those of you who are in an unacknowledged relationship, or in case you have feelings for this person, but this person is not coming clean, he may make it plain that he has responsibility, so that is why he's putting limitations on himself, although you desire a union with him. On the other hand, marriage Scorpions, I think you're dealing with a person who is impatient or intolerant. Even you should be more tolerant of your spouse. Your marriage life could also be disturbed because of the health of a loved one. Ideally, I think your spouse is also going to be somebody who could help you resolve issues, or he could find solutions for the problems that you're dealing with. Maybe when you're in a tight corner at work, he's the one who's going to help you find the solutions. Recently, the last card in this reading is relationship dynamics. Perhaps a relationship is growing apart because we did have that in case you have feelings for someone, this person may fear commitment or he has responsibilities towards his family. That is why you're pulling yourself away from this relationship. I think you shouldn't numb your emotional awareness this month. Maybe you should listen to your feelings and move in a healthier direction. For some of you, you may desire marital counseling as well. Maybe your person links you with other members of the opposite sex. That is why you need to work on your marriage. For some of you, a new person could also enter your life, and this could change the relationship dynamics. But you should understand, Scorpions, that these changes are all for your highest good. I hope, Scorpions, you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Please give us your feedback in the comment section. We also have the weekly love reading, which is published every week. Have a look at that as well to get greater insight into your love life. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time.